As much as the title seems like a loaded question, it is not. Edward Snowden, Chelsea Manning, and other whistleblowers are labeled traitors. They all, named and unnamed, were first placed on the paid media as traitors. What did they really do? They simply told the people of the United States what their government was secretly doing to them. They exposed atrocities of war which our own government committed, allowed, or turned a blind eye to due to nepotism and/or a national agenda bias. The paid media wasted no time in covering the stories to ensure that these people were seen as insiders that rendered secrets to rival nations, our enemies, terrorists, or posted online to aid in weakening military power. The main plot was to get common patriots of this country rallied against these whistleblowers. In turn, they would put pressure on fellow peers to guarantee their loyalty. This would trickle down just enough until it reached the younger generation, a generation that is primarily online and watching social media. That is where the social fight ensues, as those who are in their early 40s and younger battle those in their late 40s to mid-50s. Those in the range of middle age have more care to battle online and in social public forums like church and such to continue the fight, doing what the elder generation won't do, but at least spark. With such a social distraction going on, it is easy for our government to create legislation that aids the doctrines of the Bible and modern hate against nearly everything. We fight online, arguing if whistleblowers are traitors or not, doing our best to convince people who have their minds made up on something they knew nothing about beyond what paid media placed out there for them. Our ability to see a traitor has deteriorated into predominant ineptitude. We blindly fight the fight we should never have to fight while our own government plays a friendly game of self-serving chess with itself. They vie for the gaze of the big money donors and do their bidding like children wanting their allowance. Our so-called leader, our commander-in-chief, our executive branch holder simply plays politics and revokes all power to the legislative branch with very little care for the citizens. The legislative branch, our Congress, our Senate, our top C representatives has sided on hot microphones to undermine and filibuster anything the so-called Democratic president wanted to do, and they did. Led by John Boehner, House Republicans broke Obama's Romney Care down to just good enough. Hillary Clinton, who the paid media proclaimed was to be our next president, was met 2 months in advance with House Republicans planning to block anything she wanted to do. Trump is going to be our next president, and though he filled his cabinet with critically deplorable people, the DNC is planning to block everything he does. Okay, they said they would, but we know there is no game without pieces and rules to break. Treason is defined as the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow a government. The action of betraying someone or something. With the government doing everything for the money and desiring to throw us backwards 190 years, covering up their own crimes against the citizens and blocking progress even if it would help them, I can't see why no one has cited our own politicians as traitors. Why are they not in federal prison for not upholding the Constitution? Why are they not in any prison for passing legislation that breaks up minority families, allows price gouging, rendering our jobs overseas, and more? Our own government literally does its best to financially bankrupt all it surveys while gaining mass profit. They are passionately against us to line their pockets, and the best we can do is argue on their behalf against our own. Safe drinking water is becoming extinct, so water companies like Dasani, Deer Park, and others can charge more for clean drinking water. I thought the people made up the United States of America, not the government. I thought the government was to serve the needs of the people and not the religion doctrines, the multinational corporations, and others on Mount Olympus. I thought whatever they pushed through Congress was what enough people shouted for. We, as a people, have lost our ways, and I hope I have pointed out how that has happened. I hope those of you who are able-bodied can get out there and vote these elderly, self-serving people out of office and stop listening to their lies. Start a progressive party instead of trying to infiltrate a morally marred one. It takes planning, vetting, hope, force of change, and a true collective backing to either replace those in a spoiled party like the DNC or to get a new party started. Both are equally painstaking, and yet only the latter has the best potential to be what we need. What are your thoughts on this? To you, are the traitors the whistleblowers or our government? Should we fight their fight for them or fight our fight for us? Should we start a new progressive party for the people or hope that the party that is for the wealthy will help us? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. This is Sedrik Canady for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.